A devastating bus crash took the life of a UT student not long before he was about to earn his PhD.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton avoids charges and reaches an agreement over his security fraud case.
City officials in Central Texas are taking extra precaution for the upcoming solar eclipse. We'll tell you why. Reporting Texas TV starts now.
Good evening. I'm Janelle Tanguma.
And I'm Robert Gonsolin.
The University of Texas at Austin community is mourning the loss of a PhD candidate. Ryan Wallace was a doctoral student at the School of Journalism and Media. He was killed on Friday in a crash on Highway 21 in Bastrop County. Wallace was set to defend his dissertation next week. Kathleen McElroy remembers Wallace.
He had a big personality. He was confident in his skills, but he was also a very loving and open person.
McElroy set up a GoFundMe to help Wallace's mostly California-based family. Initially set for a $7,500 goal, the fund has raised over $10,000.
The bus crash in Bastrop also took the life of a 5-year-old student. According to Hayes ISD officials, Tom Green Elementary's Ulysses Rodriguez Montoya was a child who loved his family, the color green, but most importantly, dinosaurs. GoFundMes for both the Rodriguez Montoya family and Tom Green Elementary have been set up, and as of Monday, all other students on the bus have been released from the hospital.
6 people are presumed dead in Baltimore after a tragic collision. At 1:29 a.m. on Tuesday morning, a cargo ship hit a pillar on Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing it to collapse. Minutes before the impact, the ship experienced a total blackout of the engine and electrical power. National Transportation Safety Board Chair Jennifer Hamady says the investigation of the incident could take up to 2 years.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton appeared in court earlier this week in relation to security fraud charges. On Tuesday, Paxton reached a deal to dismiss the charges based on completion of certain requirements and a restitution payment of $271,000. The deal means the Attorney General will avoid the trial that was set to begin on April 15th. Paxton was first indicted in 2015. However, different disputes allowed the case to avoid trial for 9 years.
That is, the state has made an offer, which we have accepted, to dismiss the case upon Mr. Paxton doing a few things. He is more than happy to comply with that agreement. At the end of the day, it is not a plea bargain.
Prosecutors say Paxton will be required to complete 100 hours of community service and take 15 hours of legal ethics education classes.
If you are currently a college student, it's safe to say you probably had a bright green scooter fly right past you on your way to class this year. But a joyride for some can be quite the opposite for others. Evelyn Martinez has the story.
Cars, buses, bikes, and skateboards. We see them every day across university grounds. And since their Austin arrival back in 2018, the growing use of rentable electric scooters like Lime and Bird is evident throughout the city. But UT sophomore and wheelchair user Fabiola Amaya says these pay-to-ride scooters are causing issues of accessibility for disabled students on campus.
Once a day, depending on how much I'm navigating campus, they're either in the middle of the sidewalk, in the middle of a curb cut.
University students are expected to leave all scooters in racks or designated herd areas. But unlike the campus e-bikes, e-scooters don't necessarily require it, a freedom that often leads to blocked ramps or crowded sidewalks like these.
I don't think they're intending to be like, haha, this is going to prevent any wheelchair user from getting through. They're simply unaware. So then, what does that look like as far as creating more of a campaign around here's the impact that this has when you leave your scooter here.
Although UT's Parking and Transportation Services manage scooters around campus, Director Blanca Gomez assures that they work closely with Disability and Access. In an email, she says they have only received one report of a pay-to-ride scooter violating ADA policies this school year.
Disability advocates like Fabiola and Mira agree that the best way to help students who use mobility aids is to be more mindful while we're on campus. If you're using a scooter, make sure to park it. If you run into one on your way to class, move it, or take the time to fill out a report.
It can't just be the disabled people doing it. It can't just be, it has to be everyone for it to work.
In Austin, Evelyn Martinez, reporting Texas TV.
Accessibility on campus is an ongoing issue. Make your voice heard at the Accessibility Committee's annual open forum on April 4th. We have more information with this story at reportingtexas.com.
Make sure to keep your eyes peeled during the eclipse on April 8th as the unique Devil comet appears in the sky. For some, seeing this comet may be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity as it orbits the sun only once every 71.2 years. Despite its strange shape and explosive nature, though, do not take the name too literally, as there is no danger of the comet colliding with our own planet. Its distance from the Earth is over 100 million miles.
The Devil comet isn't the only exciting thing in the sky on April 8th. The total solar eclipse, also happening that day, has sent city officials preparing for the worst. Cities across Central Texas have issued disaster declarations to prepare for the 1 million expected visitors coming into town. The eclipse will pass directly over Austin, making the city the perfect spot for those hoping to see the rare event.
Previous eclipses have showed us that populations can double depending on how big the city is and how many people were expected. So if that's the case, then we could see up to 1 million additional people just here in the Travis County area.
Officials sent out the declarations to give them more power to handle the possible price gouging, increased traffic, and strain on first responders and police.
An Austin nonprofit is making the city greener and helping the homeless at the same time. Stick around to find out more.
Heartwarming solidarity is on display as volunteers shave their head to raise money for cancer. Find out more when we return.
Now. Wash hands now.
More than 500 million pieces of litter are thrown onto Texas highways and beaches each year.
But if every person in Texas picked up just 2 pieces of trash each month, our roads would be litter-free in 1 year.
And we need to take care of our coastline and marine life too. Please join Adopt a Beach and help keep our state's 367 miles of beach trash-free.
Let's all do our part to keep trash off our roads and beaches. Don't mess with Texas and Adopt a Beach, keeping Texas beautiful for 30 years.
Location, location, location. What if the most valuable locations are not based on land value, but other things, like proximity to schools, safe bicycle lanes, and convenient transit stops?
Connectivity is a really important part of creating a walkable city. Not only do you want your streets to be connected, but they need to be connected for all modes.
Well, active transit is one of the most important ways we can put physical activity back into our daily lives, whether it's walking to work, walking to the bus stop, bicycling, or walking to school.
Well, good active neighborhoods are places that are comfortable for kids and comfortable for elderly folks. If you make it safe and comfortable for kids, it works pretty well for the rest of us.
Every journey starts with a walk. To learn more about healthy active lifestyles, visit healthyplaceshealthypeople.org.
The Longhorns are headed to the Sweet 16 after a victory against Alabama on Sunday.
Longhorn and Tide fans showed off their spirit before the big game. Reporting Texas TV's Logan Dubel was there talking with the crowd outside of the Moody Center and joins us live from the newsroom with more.
As the Longhorns advance and the March Madness tournament heats up, we spent our Sunday afternoon chatting with Texas fans and even a brave Alabama fan about the basketball craze.
Fans young and old lined up, anxiously awaiting the Texas women's basketball team matchup against the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Hopefully they get to the third round. We've been coming to every game this whole season, and it's just very exciting every time we come.
In a win-or-go-home tournament, the Horns fought to advance to the Sweet 16 for the third time in 4 years. The team's road ended here in the second round last year, despite having home court advantage and being a #1 seed. The case was the same this year, and by defeating the Tide, the Horns proved they won't repeat bad history. As UT pushes to fill the stands, students say they're feeling excitement, especially with free student tickets, courtesy of former Longhorn football player Michael Huff.
I was a huge UT fan my whole life. So just getting to come to a March Madness game for free is super cool.
But for many here at the Moody Center, even if they're not rooting for the Lady Longhorns, it's still a meaningful and exciting atmosphere.
It's a cool experience. He's had a lot of cool experiences, and just being able to add this to what he's been able to experience, and us being able to see him, it's like coming back home.
Some fans who arrived early even got a glimpse and some selfies with players from the men's team, who, despite getting knocked out of their tournament, came to cheer on the women's team, keeping Longhorn Nation energized. Win or lose, for some, it's all about the experience.
For us to be able to drive up here and come and see this and actually witness this, and again with my family and then my daughter who likes to play basketball, I coach basketball, it's a great opportunity to come and take advantage of.
And Texas will take on Gonzaga in Portland tomorrow at 9 p.m. on ESPN. In the newsroom, I'm Logan Dubel reporting Texas TV.
A local nonprofit is helping the homeless in a green way. Home Aid Austin is building a greenhouse for previously homeless people to grow crops and make an income. The greenhouse is located at Mobile Loaves and Fishes Community First Village. The organization says that the opportunity is open to people of all ages.
Even if you're 30, 20, 50, 60, you're homeless, come to Community First. You get a place to plant yourself and grow. And to me, the greenhouse parallels that.
Members of the community can start working in the greenhouse in the upcoming weeks.
You may have heard rumors of a mysterious disease named bird flu plaguing Texas livestock. However, experts say that there is no cause for concern. Though bird flu is a real disease, it is not a threat to humans. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says milk from affected animals is being destroyed. There is no need to worry about a decreased supply of your favorite dairy products either, as both quantities and prices are predicted to remain the same.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to do your hair for a few months? Students are rocking a bald head and raising money for pediatric cancer through the annual Brave the Shave event. The student organization UT Smile hosted their annual fundraiser. Volunteers raise money by shaving their heads in solidarity with kids fighting cancer. All proceeds from the event used to fund a summer research program for pediatric cancer. This year, organizers say they had a hard time recruiting volunteers.
Students at UT, it's a transient community, and so if we don't become involved with nonprofits or organizations around Austin, then it really can be a hindrance on the greater Austin community.
This year, Brave the Shave raised over $5,000 through donations and a raffle. Reach out to UT Smile if you would like to get involved next year.
Celebrating Easter this weekend, we'll tell you how to prepare if you and your families choose to do it outside.
A nail-biting tournament loss for Texas men's basketball wrapped up their season. Find out how they're looking ahead when we return.
Location, location, location. What if the most valuable locations are not based on land value, but other things, like proximity to schools, safe bicycle lanes, and convenient transit stops?
Connectivity is a really important part of creating a walkable city. Not only do you want your streets to be connected, but they need to be connected for all modes.
Well, active transit is one of the most important ways we can put physical activity back into our daily lives, whether it's walking to work, walking to the bus stop, bicycling, or walking to school.
Well, good active neighborhoods are places that are comfortable for kids and comfortable for elderly folks. If you make it safe and comfortable for kids, it works pretty well for the rest of us.
Every journey starts with a walk. To learn more about healthy active lifestyles, visit healthyplaceshealthypeople.org.
Hermanos y hermanas, no tiren basura, Texas no la quieren, dame esa basura. Don't mess with Texas. Dámelo a mí, carretera para ti, basura para mí. Limpia carretera, limpia la ciudad. Don't mess with Texas. No importa dónde estás.
razones por las que debemos mantener a Texas libre de basura. Es importante reconocer que levantar la basura es levantar tu estado.
Hola, nosotras somos las 6, recordándoles Don't Mess with Texas.
Man, it's really nice to see the sun again today.
I know, right? I was enjoying my walk to class, and it finally feels like spring.
There's something about a sunny day that just puts me in the best mood. I encourage everyone to get outside today and enjoy the clear sky because unfortunately, it's not going to last throughout the weekend. Today feels like a sneak peek into summer weather, but luckily the temperatures are still shy of the brutal Texas heat we know and don't love. With a high of 79 and mostly sunny skies, it's a beautiful day to get in some outdoor time without feeling like you're melting. That said, if you're planning on getting some sun today, make sure you apply sunscreen to protect your skin from the intense UV index of 9. This evening it's expected to cool down to 56 with a light breeze, so I recommend grabbing a jacket before heading out tonight. Tomorrow, we're looking at a partly sunny morning with heavy cloud coverage throughout the afternoon. Temperatures increase just a bit to a high of 81, with some heavier winds expected to pick up throughout the day. Similar to today, Friday evening is expected to cool down to a comfortable low of 63. This pattern of warm days and cooler evenings will continue throughout the weekend, as will the cloud coverage. Aside from a little bit of sun on Saturday morning, we're unfortunately looking at a pretty gray weekend with a slight chance of precipitation. For anyone celebrating Easter this weekend, you should still be able to host your egg hunts outside. On Monday, we're expecting a high of 89, but after some overnight showers, the rest of the week is projected to be 70s and sunny, my favorite weather. I can't wait to wake up to some sunshine again.
Yeah, it always just feels so nice when the sun is out.
I love feeling the heat and the sun on my skin. Major League Baseball is back in action. Check out how your favorite teams launched the start of their season.
UT's athletic department has a new team and their season's already in full swing. Don't go anywhere because we've got plenty to tell you about it.
All right, keep the camera there.
Location, location. What if the most valuable locations are not based on land value, but other things, like proximity to schools, safe bicycle lanes, and convenient transit stops?
Connectivity is a really important part of creating a walkable city. Not only do you want your streets to be connected, but they need to be connected for all modes.
Well, active transit is one of the most important ways we can put physical activity back into our daily lives, whether it's walking to work, walking to the bus stop, bicycling, or walking to school.
Well, good active neighborhoods are places that are comfortable for kids and comfortable for elderly folks. If you make it safe and comfortable for kids, it works pretty well for the rest of us.
Every journey starts with a walk. To learn more about healthy active lifestyles, visit healthyplaceshealthypeople.org.
More than 500 million pieces of litter are thrown onto Texas highways and beaches each year.
But if every person in Texas picked up just 2 pieces of trash each month, our roads would be litter-free in 1 year.
And we need to take care of our coastline and marine life too. Please join Adopt a Beach and help keep our state's 367 miles of beach trash-free.
Let's all do our part to keep trash off our roads and beaches. Don't mess with Texas and adopt a beach, keeping Texas beautiful for 30 years.
Wash hands now.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing,
Wash
testing.
hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Hand washing is one of the best ways to stay healthy all year long.
What's up, everyone? My name is Jason Conander, and it's time for sports. Texas women's basketball defended their home court last weekend in the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, winning their first game against Drexel on Friday and beating Alabama in the round of 32 at the Moody Center on Sunday. Ahead of this weekend's Sweet 16, Texas head coach Vic Schaefer admitted to the media that he is bitter about the disadvantage playing against Gonzaga in Portland gives the higher-seeded Longhorns.
It's a home game for them.
It seems to me that that's the approach that we're trying to take, is be on a neutral floor, reward the teams that need to be rewarded.
Texas's game against Gonzaga will mark Schaefer's 7th Sweet 16 appearance in his head coaching career and his 3rd with the Longhorns. Now, Texas men's basketball will be watching their second weekend of the NCAA tournament from home after a season-ending loss to Tennessee and former coach Rick Barnes on Saturday. The loss ends the college basketball careers of key players such as Max Abmas, Dylan DeSue, and Brock Cunningham, which marks yet another offseason of retooling for Rodney Terry and staff.
The world to all of us, and I'm so happy that I was able to come to this tournament one more time with my teammates. For this university, for the state.
It's hard to say Texas for the last time. It'd be hard to take the jersey off. Love the team, love the university. It's been fun.
Off-season work has already begun for the Texas staff. The Longhorns have contacted over a dozen players in the transfer portal since it opened last week, including 2023 McDonald's All-American Brandon Garrison and TCU guard Micah Peavy. Austin FC will host its biggest game of the early season on Saturday when interstate rivals FC Dallas come to Q2 Stadium for the I-35 rivalry. The Verde and Black are still searching for their first win of the year through 5 matches, but Saturday's match should serve as a good bounce-back opportunity as FC Dallas is just 1-3 to start the season. Josh Wolf's Austin FC squad will be at full strength for the first time all year as the squad is getting players Julio Cascante and Danny Pereira back from international duty. From the soccer pitch to the MLB season's first pitch, opening day in the big leagues is happening all day and night across the MLB. Now, I don't know about you two, but I will be watching the Cubs and Rangers tonight on ESPN, bringing in opening day the right way.
Absolutely. Find out how the home opener for UT's newest varsity program turned out when we return.
The arrival of spring has brought back an annual event that takes people back in time. We'll tell you all about it.
Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now.
Hand washing is one of the best ways to stay healthy all year long.
Location, location, location. What if the most valuable locations are not based on land value, but other things, like proximity to schools, safe bicycle lanes, and convenient transit stops?
Connectivity is a really important part of creating a walkable city. Not only do you want your streets to be connected, but they need to be connected for all modes.
Well, active transit is one of the most important ways we can put physical activity back into our daily lives, whether it's walking to work, walking to the bus stop, bicycling, or walking to school.
Well, good active neighborhoods are places that are comfortable for kids and comfortable for elderly folks. If you make it safe and comfortable for kids, it works pretty well for the rest of us.
Every journey starts with a walk. To learn more about healthy, active lifestyles, visit healthyplaceshealthypeople.org.
More than 500 million pieces of litter are thrown onto Texas highways and beaches each year.
But if every person in Texas picked up just 2 pieces of trash each month, our roads would be litter-free in 1 year.
And we need to take care of our coastline and marine life too. Please join Adopt a Beach and help keep our state's 367 miles of beach trash-free.
Let's all do our part to keep trash off our roads and beaches. Don't mess with Texas and adopt a beach. Keeping Texas beautiful for 30 years.
Texas Longhorns volleyball fans are far from shy about their support for the back-to-back national champions.
However, a new volleyball team is set to make its mark in Austin. This one is under the sun and on the sand. Reporting Texas TV's Tori Garcia is live in the studio with the scoop.
After playing a limited schedule last spring, Texas Beach Volleyball became a fully sanctioned varsity sport for the first time this season. But that isn't the only way this program has made history this year.
The Texas Beach volleyball program got off to an exciting start, hosting its first ever home matchups against Houston Christian University and the Washington Huskies. Texas Beach redshirt sophomore Katie Hashman is a transfer from UCLA, but she grew up a Longhorns fan.
It means a lot. Growing up, I was a Texas fan. My mom went to Texas, and I grew up going to every sporting event imaginable. So getting to play here and have that fan base around, it's been an amazing experience.
In 2022, UT announced beach volleyball as its 21st varsity sport. Stein Metzger became head coach in 2023 and signed 10 players from other universities.
Well, there's just a lot of great heart and effort out on the court. There's battles happening all over, so it's not just one game. It's like drama times 6 because there's 6 matches to follow. So in that sense, there's just a lot of action and a lot of fun stuff to take part in.
The Texas Longhorns Beach program plays right here in the Wright Whitaker Sports Complex sand courts, only 2 miles away from the University of Texas's campus.
This is so exciting to be able to watch it for the first time and be able to be here, 1 for a free game and then 2 to cheer the team on. And so yeah, I'm just really excited to see how this program builds up and to be able to say that I was here for the first game.
The Longhorns will travel to Corpus Christi this weekend to play in the 4-game Islander Classic Series. Hashman says she's glad they finally played at home.
This was our first home game, and this was the rowdiest crowd that I've ever been able to play in front of, so it was super cool.
The Longhorns won 3-2 against Houston Christian, but fell 1-4 sets to the Huskies. The Horns now have an overall record of 2 wins and 4 losses this season. Live in the studio, I'm Tori Garcia, reporting Texas TV.
If dressing up in medieval costume is your idea of a fun Saturday, the annual Sherwood Forest Fest is for you. Dressing up is only half the fun. Thousands join in McDade, Texas to eat food, play games, and watch over 150 live shows.
It's kind of funny that we're just cosplaying the 12th century. I didn't realize it was so popular, and I didn't realize it was such a big thing.
The fair is fun for all ages, and even families can't wait to attend. Stop by any weekend from 10 a.m. to sundown until April 21st to join in on the fun.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV.
If you would like to check out any of our stories or our newscast, please visit reportingtexas.com. We'll see you next Thursday. Good night.